Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and today I just wanted to sit down with you guys, drink a little bit of coffee and just talk about one of my favorite brands from the drugstore that I feel is often overlooked. Maybe because it's more popular overseas, maybe it's because I don't know, they just don't get as much hype as ColourPop and they don't have that name recognition like CoverGirl at the drugstore. And they're a little bit more difficult to find. I've only been able to find them at Target and at Walgreens and their online store, number 7, but that's basically it. But I just had to share these products. They were having a couple of weeks ago, they were having a buy one, get one 50% off sale at Walgreens. And I had some money on my points, if you're familiar with Walgreens points, to spend. So I just decided to splurge and try a new brand. And I really wanted some new base face products. And I was thrilled with the results from them. And I wanted to share. So first, let me just say I have an oily complexion. I have oily skin. I'm 33, so I definitely have, I'm 33. I'm 32, but I will be 33 in January. I guess I'm just mentally preparing for that. But I definitely have got some lines under my eyes, a little bit here, like smile lines. And I really am only self-conscious, I think, about the lines under my eyes. So keep that in mind, but I do have definitely oily skin. So, and I love makeup, but I feel like the most frustrating part of makeup for me is the base products because I'm so picky about the foundation and the concealer and the powder. I want my face to look smooth. I want it to minimize my big pores on my nose, and it would be great if it could cover, minimize lines under my eyes. Hold on just a second. Excuse me. Maybe I just need some coffee. One moment. Oh my gosh. Pumpkin spice. So excited. I found that Joffrey's pumpkin spice coffee at, was it TJ Maxx or Marshall's? I think it was Marshall's, and I freaked. I was so happy to find that. So let's just get started. Okay, so this is the number 7 Protect and Perfect Advanced All-in-One Foundation. So what drew me to this is that the directions actually say to put on with your fingers. And I thought this would be perfect for school, for work. I only have like 5 minutes to put my makeup on. The fastest way to put makeup on is with your hands. And I thought, well, if they're telling me, the directions are telling me to use my hands, then great. And it has worked so well. It blends so easily. It's hydrating. It's got 50 SPF, 50, not 15, 50 SPF. And skin cancer runs in my family, so that was such a relief that I feel covered for most of the day, which I spend most of the day inside anyways, but just to know that I was wearing enough protection for the day was great. That's such a great feeling to check off the list. I don't have to add that on top of my moisturizer. It's just built in. That's great. It also has ingredients from their Protect and Perfect skincare line in the foundation. So I thought that was great too. I made some notes because I looked it up. Also, all of the products that I bought have at least 4 stars online. Dozens, over 100 reviews of people loving it too. So they all have 4 stars, 4.5 out of 5 stars. So other people are really enjoying it too. But this particular foundation has vitamin A and C, and also has their serum, their Protect and Perfect serum inside of it too. So, hey, I mean, even if it's not much, it's something added. It's something extra that I'm wearing almost every day at school that's giving me some added skincare benefits. So yay, I'll take that. Also, this is $15.99 and it comes with the standard 1 fluid ounce. Next, where is it? Oh, yes, this is the number 7. Why do I keep saying number 7? It's all number 7. So it's their Lyft and Luminate Serum Concealer. This I love because it fits well with this foundation BB cream. It's really, to me, like a BB cream. It's got medium coverage, light to medium coverage. So this also has medium-ish coverage, and so I feel like they complement each other well. I don't like to mix a really high coverage concealer on top of a light to medium foundation. I feel like that just kind of looks odd. You want it to complement. If you're wearing maybe a heavier foundation, sure, go full coverage concealer. But if you're wearing a lighter coverage foundation, I feel like you should go a little bit lighter coverage with your concealer as well. And this being like a medium coverage concealer works really well for day to day. It's not like I'm going out, you know, and I want to look completely flawless. I can still see a little bit of darkness on the inner caverns there, but it brightens, it lightens it up, it brightens it. It definitely, I feel like, smooths and hydrates underneath my eyes. So I love it, and I don't notice hardly, maybe a teeny bit of creasing at the end of the day, but that's normal. I make a lot of facial expressions. I smile, so creasing is normal, but the fact that I only notice it at the end of the day is pretty impressive. The notes that I have found about this concealer, it's $13.99, and remember, I got buy one get one half off. I recommend waiting until you can get that sale because you're going to end up saving so much money, and it's just a great way to try. If you've been wanting to try a new brand at the drugstore, just wait. They have sales every week. I Google Walgreens weekly ad, and I just check the ad, and I'm like, oh, what do you know? And that's what I did. I was checking the weekly ad. I saw that this brand was buy one get one 50% off, and I went for it. So just be patient and wait until you can get that sale and then splurge. So the concealer is $13.99. What I love about it, and I think is really interesting, is that it also has skincare ingredients from their Lyft and Luminate line. So in that line, they call it a Matrixol 3000 plus serum, I guess. They're anti-wrinkle peptides. Apparently that's the name of the serum, or whatever they want to call it, that's in the Lyft and Luminate line, the Matrixol 3000 plus. But their highest form of anti-wrinkle peptides, it has hibiscus, vitamin A and C in it, which I think is great. And again, like I said, four stars. I love it. I don't have anything negative to say about it, but just know that it's not going to be Tarte Shape Tape. It is going to be more of a medium coverage, but it blends. I use my fingers after I smooth on that foundation. I just do dot, dot right here. Takes my pinkies, look up. I dab like that, and it blends in so quickly, and I love it. So moving right along. I feel like I'm talking fast. Whew, take a breath, Sarah. I just get so excited. I get so excited when I find makeup, especially makeup like this, that I feel like everybody wants. Not everybody wants a rainbow eyeshadow palette, but everybody that wears makeup wants their skin to look its best. And so that's why I was so excited to share these, because I just really think that they are worth the price. And you may think like $12.99, or what was it, $13.99, foundation $15.99. What? That's expensive for drugstore. Not anymore. Not anymore. If you have not been in a CVS or Walgreens lately to look at L'Oreal or CoverGirl or any of the other typical drugstore brands, you should take a look, because it's getting insane. It is getting insane how high these prices are for drugstore makeup. To stay within the typical normal drugstore price tag range, you have to do Wet n Wild, Essence, LA Girl, stuff like that. But L'Oreal and Maybelline are getting up there. So I know this seems higher price, but think about it this way. L'Oreal and Maybelline are around this same price, and they're not including these skincare benefits. They're not including 50 SPF. So you're gonna end up paying this range of price anyway. So if you're going to get it, buy one get one half off, and get one that has extra benefits that the other ones don't have. So I think that was my thought process anyways. So let me take a drink. Oh yes. Next in line we have what is this? The Lyft and Luminate Triple Action Finishing Powder, and I just got the translucent. Y'all, this stuff, and I heard of this from Jessica Braun, who's here on YouTube. Love her channel. She said this was the best powder she had ever used on her under eye, and I was like, okay, all right, like maybe I'll try it one day. I'm so glad I tried this. I use this all over my face, and I notice the smoothing effect that it has. It is incredible. It minimizes the dryness under my eye if it's dry, which a lot of the times it is dry under my eyes. The fine lines and wrinkles, I feel like it smooths, it brightens. It's just this, it's so finely milled. It's so finely milled, but I haven't tested it for flashback. You know how sometimes those HD powders that are also really finely milled have that flashback if you take a picture with flash. I haven't tested that yet. Maybe I'll test it, but I haven't noticed. I've taken plenty of pictures wearing this powder, and I haven't noticed anything like that. But this is $12.99, 4.5 stars. Reduces the appearance of lines. That's on there. That's in the description, that it reduces the appearance of lines and is smoothing, and I would agree completely with that. I will say, because I have oily skin, sometimes what I will do is I will set my whole face and under eyes, well, almost my whole face, the perimeter, okay, and my under eyes with this, and then I will go in with a more mattifying, long-lasting powder like the Peach Perfect, the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder, and I'll just do that right here because I know it's going to be, it'll keep me from getting shiny compared to this. I feel like that's not what this is marketed as. It doesn't say it's a long-lasting oil controlling matte powder, so I can't fault it for that because that's not what it says it does. So if I have time, that's what I will do. If not, then I'll just be shiny. Oh, and that's something I wanted to mention. I'm glad I said that because that's something I wanted to say that I noticed about this foundation is that I have oily skin, I get shiny. It doesn't matter what foundation I use, what powder I use. Eventually, after 6, 7, 8 hours of wearing makeup, I get oily right here. Right in here, maybe a little here and here, but mostly right here. I just do. And so I'm used to blotting. I'm used to just, when I go to the bathroom, if I notice it, I'll get a toilet paper and just smush, 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 and that takes care of the oil. I have noticed with this, it does not lift the makeup off my face. And maybe other oily skinned ladies can vouch for that, that sometimes with foundations you will blot and you look at the tissue and you're like, well, there just went all my makeup. Like, you can see it on the tissue. This, when I blot and I take it off and I look like I just applied it. Like, it's still there. I can see the foundation still on my face. It is incredible. I love that. So yes, I have to blot. I'm used to that. But I still would say that this would last me all day. All day affair, sweating, oily, whatever. Because when I blot, the coverage remains on my face. And that's so cool. So love this powder. I think it does what it says it's supposed to do. I think it brightens and smooths and reduces my fine lines under here. So love it. Nothing negative to say. Let's just take a second to talk about this packaging, because that's another thing too. I know this powder is $12.99, but again, so are L'Oreal and Maybelline powders too. But I feel like they don't always look as high-end as this. I feel like if you could just feel it and touch it, there's a mirror inside, nice mirror in there. It just feels more expensive. It doesn't have that cheap, it's got a nice closure back here, so it's not like those cheap drugstore powders that, you know, after like a couple of months, that mechanism back here is gonna pop off and you're gonna, you know what I'm talking about. I don't feel like that's gonna happen with this. It's very sturdy. I love the mirror effect, excuse me. I love the mirrored effect. I just love it. Also, good size. It's not like Physicians Formula, which is like a huge dome that's hard to fit in your makeup bag. So this is the last thing I have to talk about today. This is the bronzer. This is just called the No. 7 bronzer, suitable for sensitive skin. That's a good thing too, is that none of these products have a smell. No smell, not at all. This is not butter bronzer that smells like you're putting a coconut perfume all over your face. No smell. I will say with this, it kind of smells like sunscreen, but it's because there's sunscreen in it. But here's the bronzer. It has this really pretty design that I like in there. Again, makes it feel a little fancy. Has that mirrored effect, but this one's more bronzy looking, which is cool because then you know, even though they look similar, this is your face powder, this is your bronzer. Nice. Good mirror inside. This one's also $12.99. Let's see if I wrote any notes about this. $12.99, matte finish and long lasting and blendable. Those were the notes on their website, and I agree with every single one of them. I feel like it lasts probably about 5 to 6-ish hours. I blended it right here. I take it up to my temples here. I'll do some under my jawline and maybe a little bit on my nose. And I would say like about 6 hours it starts to fade, but that's pretty normal. There are some bronzers that I use that after 2 hours I'll look and I'm like, oh, it's gone. Not this though, not this. It blends really nicely. I don't have to worry about any patchiness right here, which is really nice. I have a Nars bronzer, Nars Laguna, that I like it too, but it will, if I don't blend and blend and blend and blend and blend, sometimes it right here along this line, it can be where it's blending from the bronzered skin to where it's not. There's a little bit of patchiness there. Not with this. It blends super easy. I don't have anything negative to say about it. I feel like, and this is user error, I feel like I shouldn't have got this shade. This is caramel, which I'm not sure if this is the deepest shade, one of the deepest shades, but I just grabbed it. I was like, that looks good, and I grabbed it, and I wish I would have taken my time picking a shade because I probably should have picked one that wasn't this warm. It still looks okay, but I feel like going into fall and winter, I gravitate more towards cooler tones, and this is definitely more of a summer, you know, bronze goddess tone, you know? So who knows? Maybe the next time there's a buy one, get one 50% off sale, I will grab a cooler tone of this. It really excites me to want to try other stuff from this brand. This is all I have tried. I think a long time ago I got an eye cream of theirs that I liked, but makeup wise, this is it. This is all I've tried, and it really just makes me want to try more. I'm currently on a no-buy September, so I'm going to have to wait and be patient. But soon, when there's a sale, I'm going to splurge and I'll try more because I'm just so impressed. I'm so impressed with the smoothness of my skin, the long-lasting effect, the high-end feeling that it has. So highly recommend. I hope that this video was helpful. I hope it inspires you to try a new brand maybe that you haven't tried before. Wait for a sale. You won't regret it. Please like and subscribe this video. I would appreciate it so much. I'm a full-time teacher, so I'm very busy and tired in the afternoon, but I try to get one video a week up if I can. My next video I'm going to be using, so if you want to see these products in action, my next video I'm going to do maybe like a quick morning routine face video using these products. So if you want to see them in action, just stay tuned for my next video. But have a wonderful day. I love you all. See you in the next one. Bye.